Speaking of kooks, Zohran Mamdani is beating Andrew Cuomo in the New York City mayoral primary. Zohran Mamdani. Who is Zohran Mamdani? He is a Muslim socialist who is campaigning on not arresting criminals. He's saying, if New York has one problem, it's that they arrest too many criminals. There's not enough crime on the streets. So he wants to stop arresting criminals. He wants to build a bunch of projects. That's another real problem with New York. Not enough public housing. Not enough just gangland, drug den projects. We need to build more of those. He wants to eliminate bus fares. First of all, very few people pay for, relatively few people pay for public transit in New York anyway. I sometimes feel like I'm the only one even paying for the subway, and the subway is the elevated version of New York public transit. But he wants to eliminate bus fares because if you can't pay the buck or two that it costs to ride the bus now, you should be able to ride the bus. But really all that's going to do, it's not going to make it easier for poor people to ride the bus. It's just going to fill the bus up with vagrants and lunatics and who can't even be bothered to spend one of the dollars that they get panhandling on bus fare. They have to go spend it on booze or drugs. So it's just going to make the buses even less desirable to ride than they already are. Oh, he also wants to globalize the Intifada. That's good. Yeah, not enough violent Muslims running around. And he wants to trans the kids. He's running not just on transing the adults, transing the kids. This according to a new poll being reported on by the New York Post. So the way it's working is Andrew Cuomo, the disgraced former governor of New York, is trying to have a comeback. So he's running for mayor, and he's still sort of winning, but New York City has ranked choice voting. So because no one's getting 50%, then it goes to ranked choice. And at that point, this lunatic Zohran Mamdani is jumping over Andrew Cuomo. Just to put that all in perspective, it means that Andrew Cuomo is the conservative candidate for mayor of New York. Andrew Cuomo is not liberal enough for New York. Andrew Cuomo, which you might recall, I forget what year it was, Andrew Cuomo passed a law that said that you could abort a baby up until the moment of birth, and actually changed the New York penal code such that previously, if you murdered a pregnant woman, you'd be charged with double homicide. After Andrew Cuomo got done changing it, because he was so bloodthirsty for the deaths of infants, he changed it so that you would only be charged with a single homicide. And then, to celebrate his infanticidal victory, he lit up the Freedom Tower pink. That's who we're talking about. Andrew Cuomo. Complete nut lunatic. He got ostensibly he was run out of office because he was harassing his secretary or something, but really it was because he got caught lying about his record during COVID when he sent all the sick people to nursing homes and killed all the old people. And then ran a PR campaign with his brother, who was hosting a show on CNN, trying to pretend that Andrew Cuomo was leading the way in New York. In fact, there was one influencer girl on the left who said she was a Cuomo-sexual. He was doing such a great job. Ooh, we love Andrew Cuomo. He wrote a book about how great he was. He was probably the worst governor during COVID. That guy is too conservative for New York City. Things are going to have to get even worse up there before they get any better. That is, you thought we had reached the David Dinkins level of New York's bottoming out. We got a long ways to go before the next Rudy Giuliani comes up in New York. All the more reason that I think the normal New Yorkers, are going to be heading out to places like Tennessee, Florida, Texas. Maybe that's why. And then it leaves only the lunatics in New York, so they elect Muslim socialists who want to trans the kids. Now, speaking of people getting out of jail, a big update to a big story in the Trump administration. Kind of a foreign story, kind of a domestic story, but a big update and a big fight. There's a lot going on in the world right now, a lot you need to be aware of. Now more than ever, you need the truth. The real story behind the headlines. There's only one place you're going to get it, Daily Wire Plus. Become a member, get ad-free shows, and unfiltered opinions from the most trusted voices, the most handsome voices in conservative media. Investigative journalism that cuts through the narrative. Don't miss a moment. DailyWirePlus.com. Join today. Ronnie Hicks, 475, gives me my favorite comment yesterday. You know what he says? He says, I wish more conservative commentators would take the Michael Knowles approach to Trump and just let him cook. I know. Look, let me tell you something. I know that I could wring some more views out. I know I could get those ratings up a little bit higher if I just took stupid positions. I know I could. Oh yeah, my show would be bigger. I would make more money if I just would take stupider, less correct positions. If I said, oh no, we should never intervene. Trump is going to destroy the whole world. Why did we vote for him? I'd get more views. I'd be wrong. Or conversely, if I said, we need to go light them up and bomb everything on Earth and we need to, woohoo, this is freedom, whatever. I know. But listen, my friends, I'm not here to flatter you. I'm not here to mislead you. I'm here to tell you the truth as I see it. And 99.7% of the time, I happen to be correct. So what can I say? That's how it goes. That's my burden. Text Knowles to 989898. We are days away from what has been dubbed the Rio Reset, the greatest threat to the U.S. dollar's global dominance in over 80 years. On July 6th, the BRICS nations, Russia, China, India, Iran, and many more, are expected to announce the launch of a new international supercurrency fully backed by gold or other commodities. This is part of their long-term plan to supplant the U.S. and the dollar as cornerstones of the global financial system. How can you protect your IRA or 401k from the fallout from this landmark announcement? Diversify with gold from Birch Gold Group. Historically, gold has been a safe haven in times of high uncertainty, which is right now. Get a free info kit on gold IRAs and decide for yourself if a tax-sheltered retirement account backed by physical precious metals is right for you. Text the word Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, to 989898. There is a monumental shift happening among nations that control 1/3 of the world's GDP. Kicks off July 6th. Arm yourself with information to diversify your retirement savings. Text Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, to the number 989898 and claim your free info kit from Birch Gold. Now, speaking of people getting out of jail, the libs are trying to set Kilmar Abrego Garcia loose. Do you remember that name? That's a name I've not heard in a long, long time in this administration because the news cycle moves so fast. Really, you would have heard of him, I don't know, yesterday or something. He's that guy who multiple judges found likely to be a member of MS-13. He was an illegal alien. His wife reportedly took out an order of protection because of domestic violence. He's accused of human trafficking. So he's deported. And then the Democrats, they say, no, we love him. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen, he says, no, you took my beloved. No. So Chris Van Hollen leaves all of his actual constituents, the citizens, the taxpayers, people who elected him, flies to El Salvador to go take this gangster, this illegal alien gangster out on a nice romantic lunch date. Says, oh, Kilmar, I missed you so much. It was just so good to hear your voice again. Kilmar's like, ¿Qué? ¿Qué? Well, who are you, ese? He goes, oh, Kilmar. Oh, I love it when you make your jokes like that. Whatever. So he goes back up. And then, of course, random federal judges, there are a lot of them, and just all it takes is one random federal judge to say, no, you have to come back. We have to send him back. I need to impede the entire executive branch. So the U.S. says, all right, fine. The executive branch says, fine. We'll bring him back. We will listen to the judges, but we're going to prosecute him for all the crimes that he's committed. Are you sure you want to send him back? Here, we're just going to leave him in El Salvador. But okay, we'll send him back. We'll prosecute him for all the crimes he's committed. So now the liberals say, well, shoot, we don't want that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Bring him back, then you're going to prosecute him, but we're going to insist, this is the judge who's overseeing the case, we're going to insist that while he is awaiting his trial, you let him out of jail. This illegal alien, found by multiple judges likely to be a gangster, part of a Satan-worshiping foreign cartel, you're going to let him out of jail. And here is what President Trump's Department of Homeland Security had to say. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is a dangerous criminal illegal alien. We have said it for months, and it remains true to this day. He will never go free on American soil. Good stuff from DHS. Trump has to hold the line on this. This is a crucial fight. I know what some of the squishes on the right are going to say. They're going to say, well, who cares? It's just this one random illegal alien. And maybe he's not a member of MS-13. I mean, it seems overwhelmingly likely that he is. The preponderance of evidence suggests that he is. He's at the very least a criminal in the sense that he's an illegal alien, and he's accused of being a wife beater. There's the order of protection, and would appear to be a human trafficker. But maybe he's not the most perfect 100% watertight case. So let's just let him go. The libs want him so bad. Chris Van Hollen wants to go take him to a nice beach vacation on Fire Island or something. Just let him go. What does it matter? What does it matter? What does it matter? If it didn't matter, why would the libs be fighting so hard to let this guy out? This is the fight. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is a microcosm of the broader fight over illegal immigration. Because the libs know, if they can get the Trump administration to cave on this guy, quite credibly accused of being a member of MS-13, ostensibly a wife beater, all down the line, but also just an illegal alien who has no right to be here and who should have just been booted out of the country without so much as a conversation. If they can get Trump to cave on that, they'll get him to cave on all immigration. You think you're going to deport 11 to 16 million illegal aliens? People who don't have gang tattoos, who haven't been credibly accused and found likely to be gangsters by judges, who don't beat their wives, no, you're not deporting any of those people. If you let Kilmar Abrego Garcia go, they all go free. That is why the Trump administration is digging in so hard. That's also why the Democrats are digging in so hard. They realize that this guy doesn't know anything. He's just a kind of two-bit gangster. But they're both digging in so hard because they realize this is going to be the sign for how the whole issue goes. Speaking of illegal aliens, good information, good news coming out. People have been criticizing, they always criticize Trump. And when the left criticizes Trump, I accept it. I get it. When the right criticizes Trump with due respect and collegiality on the right issues, okay, all right, look, Trump's not going to get it right 100% of the time. He's only human. Okay, say, maybe that First Step Act wasn't the greatest idea. Oh, maybe okay. I've criticized Trump plenty of times in that way. But when they go after Trump and he's not doing enough of what I want him to do, and he's doing a thing I didn't want him to do, and he's not moving fast, it's so sickening. That was an excellent clip, and we all know it. So subscribe, and then you get more of them. I'll see you next time.